There's probably a reason why George doesn't have a standard job.
No.
As soon as anyone goes near it, don't touch the hair.
That's now freshly out there. I've never been fired.
Never been fired?
No.
You just don't turn up.
I'm putting that in.
1 minute George could be making a cup of tea, and before you know it, he's hoovering the loft.
Hello everyone, welcome to this very special video with the wife, Amy.
Hello everyone.
This is Living with a Reseller Q&A. You've been sending me your questions for me to ask Amy, how she copes, etc. I've got 12 questions altogether. We've numbered them in my camera bag. That lovely lady wife bought me for my birthday. I tried to get her on live, we negotiated, and this is the best I could do. So we'll try and be...
Live is not happening.
Huh?
Live is not happening.
No, I tried. We'll try and make this entertaining. Hopefully you learn a bit about me or each other. So anyone new to the channel, I'm George Ross, Retro Reselling. I'm a full-time second-hand reseller specialising in vintage and retro items. I work from home. Not your usual job. So that's me. I'll hand you over to Amy.
Hello. So I'm Amy Ross, and I am probably the complete opposite to a reseller. So I work most of the time in an office. I work across Essex, and I work in business improvement.
So a bit about us. We met when we was a fresh 14 and 13 year old. It was my 14th birthday, went ice skating in Chelmsford, and you pushed me over. And the spark started from there. And we're still here now, 14 years later. We obviously have a little dog, Buddy. We've got 2 girls.
And we had our 3-year wedding anniversary last week.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Have you got yours on?
Uh-huh.
Ah, good. So we've got 12 questions. We won't blab on too much. There'll be plenty to come out, I reckon. So let's start. Completely random. I've got me numbered questions on my phone. We'll pull out a number. I'll ask it and we'll see what she says. Let's get on. Do you want to pick it?
I hope you're nervous.
I'm nervous. What have we got?
Number 12.
On the last question. What are George's worst habits?
Oh, this is a good question.
Doesn't say habits.
Habits. Okay.
Even though I'm perfect.
Habit number 1. I'm allowed a few of these, aren't
Not too many.
I? George spills absolutely everything. You probably have seen in his videos, there's spill marks down his t-shirts, he spills on the new carpet, on new bedding.
Someone caught me out on one of my videos recently. I had a patch.
I don't think you can eat or drink anything without actually spilling it.
Yeah. I'm alright today. It's getting hot in here.
So, habit number 2.
Oh.
George likes to do everything by half. If there is a shortcut, George will take it in whatever he's doing. So he's got a bit of a name for himself of Half a Job George.
You only call me that.
Yeah, it'll catch up. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I like things to be done
I just want it done.
perfectly.
Oh.
If you're going to do something, I think you might as well do it well. But George does not have that motto in life.
Just get it done.
An example of this
Ooh.
is I asked George to paint the fence outside in the front garden.
I done that.
I even bought him the garden paint sprayer thing to make it easier.
Right. Where's this going?
And half of my plants are now black
Ah.
because of the paint. It's all over the path.
Who needs sheeting?
He literally just went along and sprayed, and whatever was in the way is also covered in paint.
Well, the fence got painted.
In record amount of time, I think, as well.
Yeah. I think that's enough of that question. We'll go to the next one. Tough start. Number 9. Do you hate getting woken up at 6 a.m. every Sunday?
Okay.
I think the key word here is woken up. You don't wake up. Sometimes she's not awake even when I get back at about 9 from the first one.
I've learned to tune it out. So there has been the odd occasion where George has got back and me and the girls are still in bed.
And I know when she's in bed. I pull up, the blinds and the curtains are still shut.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I arrive with a McDonald's breakfast.
Or sometimes you've eaten it and you don't bring anything back.
Yeah.
I saw that in your video.
I had the porridge that time though, and a hash brown. Next one. Ooh, number 1. How do you cope with seeing bits of tat around the house? Again, keyword around the house.
Okay. So if you roll back 3 years,
Yeah.
when George was first starting out and first starting the business,
Or before that, for the wedding.
probably before that, yeah. Our house was George's storage and his business place. So the side of the bed was a massive pile of stuff. The living room had stuff. The kitchen was the wrapping area.
Still is.
And it was horrendous. It was everywhere.
So I went from side of the bed. You then kicked me out of the bedroom. Not literally. I had to put my stuff in the loft. Then
I was worried that you would fall when I was at work, so that's why I kicked you out of the loft.
Kicked me out of the loft. Then I had my storage tent thing out in the garden. That was okay for a little while. Until I started buying electronics and things started going wrong with the tape players. Obviously cold, damp, hot. And now I have... Oh, then I've got my garage.
Yeah.
Which is also... I've still got that, but not as much in there. Obviously, security, not very good. But I now have my unit that everyone sees. No stock is allowed in the house unless it's for display only.
Yeah. Although the popcorn machine is back in the house, but only because it's being picked up tomorrow.
Sold that.
Yeah.
Not keeping the money though, am I?
No. Actually, there is stuff in the kitchen ready to be pictured.
No, to be wrapped. It's sold. Yeah, don't mind when it's sold and you're spending my money. But I bought this 3 weeks before our wedding, complete chance at the boot sale. Got it for £20, sold it for 180. Someone's picking it up tomorrow in cash, but I'm not allowed to keep that, am I?
No.
No, because it's ours.
Holiday.
Holiday. Next one, 4. This is probably a quick one. What do you think of the hair?
Oh, of the hair.
Yeah. Even though it's due a cut, to be honest.
You have had some shocking hairstyles in the time that we've been together, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the better ones.
Yeah. How long does it take me? Because people keep joking that it takes me all day.
Okay.
I say 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I would say probably around 5 to 10 minutes with the hair drying and everything else that goes in it.
Has to be done.
Mm,
And it stays all day. Bosh. Look at that.
yeah, but no one's allowed to touch it.
You touch it all the time.
Oh, see that? What's that? That's the first time I've been allowed to touch it.
Nope.
As soon as anyone goes near it, like, don't touch the hair.
Yeah. Would you change it? Skinhead?
No.
No.
But you have had that style for quite a while now.
I did say, or I keep saying, I'm going to change it every time I go to the barbers.
And then you come back with exactly the same.
Yeah. Because it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stylish. Next one.
Number 5.
What do you think about the type of items George brings home from the boot sales?
Some of the stuff that you bring back is okay, and we keep it in the house.
Yeah.
To the point where you sometimes don't bring stuff back to the house because
Yes.
you know that I will want it, and I
That
don't
lamp was
see
the
it.
very first thing I bought when I started full time, and it's still here.
Yeah. So most of the time I don't see the stuff until it's already sold.
And that picture.
Yeah. Some of the stuff, like the random shoes that you buy, and Yeah, some of the random vintage clothes.
I get you wearing them.
Yeah.
You
The
volunteer.
ski suit.
I love a ski suit.
So most of the time I'm happy with what he brings back.
So all in all, okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Number 6, which follows on nicely from that last question. Your favourite and worst items that I buy. We'll start with your favourite things that I buy.
Some of my favourite things that you've come home with are the really unique vintage items. So even if it's furniture or a lamp, anything that's really different and something I haven't seen before. I like to know what it is and what research you've done.
Basically our front room is stuff that I've bought from auctions and you've kept it.
Yeah.
So just look in here, there's a mirror, our cages, the desk we're sitting at. The unit there was actually my great aunt's, so I'll let you off that one. And then
Even the TV table.
TV table is a vintage coffee table that matches. There's a stool. The popcorn machine I was going to sell after the wedding, but I wasn't allowed to until recently. So yeah, so altogether probably vintage decor is your favourite.
Yeah.
Your worst pet hates that I buy or you see.
Oh, it's definitely the shoes.
Shoes.
Some of the shoes that you come home with, and
Because I used to wear Nike Air Force Ones high tops when we first met.
Yeah, and I didn't.
And you don't like them.
No.
They were my favourite shoes.
That was one of the first things I noticed. I thought, he's nice. I don't like his shoes.
I used to be a baller, a basketball player. But I like my heavy metal music. So I dressed with my basketball hoodie, baggy t-shirt, basketball trainers, put my rock music on.
Yeah.
And you didn't like them.
No.
Anything else you don't like? For God's sake.
Electricals. I find electricals really boring. It's sort of the same. Oh, it's another video.
No.
I know you're going to hate me for saying this.
I've got a pile in the kitchen to test actually.
Yeah, and it's just, I can't get excited about electricals. Even in the charity shops, when we go in together and you veer off into that area, I'm just leave you to it.
Fair enough. Next. 3. Okay, this question is, when are you coming on the camera for a duo like Nick and Andrea or Sahira and Bex? I know you know who they are, as I'm watching them quite often.
Yes.
So I'm supposing a regular slot, maybe. I don't know.
I couldn't do this as a regular thing.
No.
It's far too scary. I have no idea how you managed to do it.
So we're not expecting a full weekly show. Probably doesn't help that you don't really do this.
No.
And you don't like the camera.
I do not like the camera. I don't even like to have my photo taken.
No.
So this is definitely not going to be a regular thing.
We might see you in the boot sale video still.
Oh yeah.
When I'm allowed to.
Or if it's a jumble, I do like to come along.
You like a jumble?
I do like a jumble, but those people with their elbows.
Yeah, and smelly people.
I don't know if you should include that.
There's smelly people. I'm putting that in.
Okay. Yeah, I do like a jumble, but it's just so busy.
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh when I try and reach in to have a casual browse.
Ain't no casual at a jumble.
No. I just think, oh, just casually have a look, and no, get bashed up way.
Yeah.
In fact, one man, no, it wasn't even a man, a lady came up behind me, was pressing against my bum.
Oh.
Can't have that going to a jumble.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. I think we're just over halfway.
11.
Georgie's best and worst skills. So I don't know if life or job skills. Whatever.
Okay, we could do a mix of the both.
What is Georgie's best skills? Compliment me.
You seem to have an art for finding
Art.
things in amongst complete rubbish. So I can walk into a charity shop sometimes and think, wow, there's just loads of rubbish in here. And you'll go in and you'll find loads.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't see it. I just think, that smells. That needs washing. But you managed to find some stuff, so that's good.
Any other skills in life? Take your time.
You're very good at playing the guitar. It's more of a life one.
Not very good.
Better than you think. You don't play as much now as you used to.
No.
But
Children.
yeah, you do still like to play.
My worst skills?
Oh, time management.
No.
Shocking. There's probably a reason why George doesn't have a standard job and why you've not managed to keep a standard job in the whole time.
I've never been fired.
Never been fired?
Yeah.
You just don't turn up.
Well, I think my view is now I'm not time management healthy.
No. So,
I'm always at the back of the queue at a jumble.
always at the back of the queue in the jumble.
Yeah.
If
That's
we
always
need
annoying.
to be somewhere at a certain time, George seems to think that time will stand still while he gets ready. So 5 minutes before we need to leave the house, he's having the full bath, the full works, the
No.
hair needs doing, everything. Having a sing to the radio.
I don't sing.
That's probably the most frustrating thing, is his time management. You get distracted really, really easily.
Huh? Little joke there.
If George starts one job, I think this sort of links to your half a job.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, he's veered off. He's doing something completely different. And we do say it's sorting out the loft, because 1 minute George could be making a cup of tea and before you know it, he's hoovering the loft.
Hoovering the loft.
Like, completely different.
Something that doesn't need doing
Yeah,
that
something
then.
that doesn't need to be done right this second, you manage to do it. And especially if we're in a rush,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you'll do a job like sorting out the cupboard and you haven't even got in the bath yet.
Ah.
But I think you get that from your granddad.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's
It's my granddad's fault. 7. Have you ever considered giving up your job and becoming my full-time business partner?
I threaten it every now and again.
Yeah, don't.
See?
Please don't.
I think you've probably been quite fortunate in the fact that I've always worked, so
Yeah.
I take on the responsibility of the bills and the house and everything.
I pay for the bills.
Yeah.
I just give you the money, my share.
Yeah.
Hey, you're more built for the system.
Yeah, I get
I'm not.
bored incredibly easy. So the job I do works out well for me. I'm always on something different, always on different projects. Whereas there's this element of routine to your work. You always have stuff to list. You always have to then picture stuff, and you have to wrap stuff and go out sourcing. And although some of it varies in what you buy and where you go, it is the same routine,
Yeah.
and I'd get bored.
You've tried doing it.
I tried to.
You pick some clothes out of the jumble.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's nice. You had your own little pile. I'm going to list this on eBay. It's in the charity shop now.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No. Number 8. Is she understanding about the amount of hard work involved aside from just sourcing? This one made me laugh. This is one I was laughing
Made
at.
you laugh?
Because what is it you say I do all day? You've even said this to Nick and Andrea when we met them.
I
What?
say having a great time.
Yeah. What does George do? He's just having a brilliant time.
Well, you sort of are, in a way, because you get to go out shopping. In theory, if you didn't do the school run, you would get up
Right.
whenever you want.
I get up at 6 now and do my listing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Go out, do your bit of shopping. You always come back for lunch.
Yeah.
So you're back for lunch, you sit down with your lunch, watch a bit of telly or do a bit of listing or something. And then you go on YouTube.
It's hard work.
And it sounds like it. You're in the week, you're the housewife.
Yeah.
Gets a bit slack sometimes, doesn't it?
I'm just so busy with work.
For a job.
2 to go. 2 to go, number 2. Do you ever worry about the unpredictable nature of reselling income e.g. when sales are poor?
No, I think you've always got to be prepared anyway, because you never know what's going to happen. In whether you work in a stable permanent job, there's always the risk of redundancy. If you run your own business, there's always the risk of the market changing or you not knowing what's going to happen in the future. So I think I try and not worry about it too much, and actually I encourage you to change
Yes.
the business, change what you're doing.
So you basically take bits of the council and make them work more efficiently and better, and
Yeah.
you try and push that on me.
Yeah, because I think if I've learnt those skills, I might as well help you to improve the business.
I like a
and-
nice routine and you like to change it.
Yeah, just give you a little push every now and again.
You are the one to blame for this and YouTube. And
I pushed
something
you
else.
to get to start the business.
Yeah,
I pushed you to start
YouTube.
YouTube. I pushed you to do a live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push you to do a skydive when you reach a certain number of
That's now freshly out there.
subscribers.
I was just tormenting it. Might as well put it out there now. When I reach 2,500, not 2,000, I wanted to raise money for charity. I thought this was a good platform now. After 2,500 subs, I'm going to do a charity fundraising skydive. Haven't chosen a specific charity yet, but it will be mental health based, we think, as we have both suffered from mental health issues in the past and presently, sort of. We think that we're a good cause to put it towards.
You're gonna be so nervous.
I am nervous.
Yeah.
You said 2,000, I said 2,500. So it gives me a bit
I'll be
of
there.
time.
I'll be the camera person, making sure everyone.
Are you going to
can
be with
see.
me down the
Oh no,
sky?
no.
I'll be on my
I'll be
head.
on the ground. Maybe we should get another one. I'll do it from the ground. You can do it on your head.
Ah. We won't discuss when I bought the GoPro then. Haha. Last question, and it should be number 10. I think this is the best question to last as well. How do you feel about your husband's adoring female fans?
Okay.
I don't think there's adoring female fans.
Oh, I think you do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And a couple of male ones, I reckon. Andrew?
I don't blame them. Look at him.
No? Ah, don't. I'm losing weight at the minute. I get chunky cheeks.
No.
Ah, you're being complimentary.
Yeah. He does have some good looks.
Look,
Maybe
don't
I
get
should
distracted.
have said that's one of your skills.
You're getting distracted with the question. How do you feel about my adoring female fans?
I don't mind. And he loves it. He is such a show off.
I'm not sure.
So he loves to show off. So any attention. In fact, when he gets a female fan, he comes running up to tell me.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Look at this comment. I like it. I think it's sweet that you've got some fans and you get noticed at the boot sales and
A weekly basis at the minute,
yeah, and it's good for your confidence as well.
I suppose.
And you are handsome.
You're lovely.
I might have some fans now.
We'll put a link to Amy's Instagram because you like to clean, don't you?
Yeah. It's
Before
not
Mrs.
really-
Hinch. She was doing it before Mrs. Hinch.
It's not really reselling related. Although I do clean some of your stuff. And
Yeah.
I've given you some tips on how to
I need
clean
some
your
tips.
shoes and stuff.
Yeah. So that's all the questions.
So basically, in summary, this video was around what it's like to live with a reseller or be the partner of a reseller if you are not one yourself. There are a couple of downsides, a couple of positives. Ultimately, the downsides would be that you do tend to have a lot of stuff around the house that you probably wouldn't normally have. You do have to work a lot of weekends.
A lot of hours.
A lot of hours. So early mornings for the boot sales. If there is a jumble, you can't pick and choose when you go to them because that is the time that they're on. So it does mean that you work a lot on the weekend and you spend a lot of time on your screen
Have
because you have to with your listing
to.
and
Yeah. Networking.
networking.
Yeah. Tatchat is a network. It's networking.
Yeah. So
I get told off.
yeah.
But then the flip side,
But yeah, then the positives of that is you get to
childcare.
I am
Oh, sorry.
talking. This is my bit.
I'll leave that in.
No.
Then the flip side.
There's a lot of positives to it, and you do get to do a job that you love, and there's not many people that actually get to do what they really want to do. You get to go
Have a
where
brilliant
you want.
time.
Have a brilliant time, pretty much. Yeah. There's an element of flexibility to your work, so you can go and do the school run, or if the girls have got an appointment and I can't leave work, you can do that.
What happens on a Friday afternoon sometimes if you have a half day? Pub lunch.
Yeah, if I've got a day off, we can go out and have a pub lunch. And obviously you're here for the girls, so you get to experience them growing up far more than you would if you was working anywhere else. And I get some cool stuff.
Yeah. So there we have it. Living with a reseller. Good and bad. Just got to get the balance right. Make sure you compromise with your partner to have a smooth work life. We'll wrap this video up now. Thank you to my lovely wife for joining me.
Thank you for letting me come on your channel. I feel very privileged.
And so you should be. You've had some adoring fans in the background, eager in you to come on live or in a video. So there you go.
Have I?
Yeah, you have.
Hopefully I haven't disappointed.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So harsh.
Banter.
Savage. I'm sure I'll be featuring in a couple of other videos.
Yeah. If you can wake up on time.
Definitely not lives.
Not lives. We'll
No.
see. I'll work on it. Make sure you follow Amy's Instagram. I'll put a link down below. Make sure you've liked and subscribed to me. And I'm on Insta as well. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Probably another boot sale video. I'm halfway through my sending furniture items. Just got to wrap that up. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
You do it as well.
I'm not doing that.
Bye.
Bye.